First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. I know this is not the screen, but gotta point you there just for a minute. Crystal Edge Technology Screens with the makers of the blah, 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 blah. Sorry, the Supreme 12. And now we're going to be changing the name for the Dark Hazel to the Exotic, because that's going to be one of the exotic lineups right there. So, Supreme Exotic AR 15. That's going to be part of that line. So we just have to alter the name and the label just a little bit and just reprint it. All right, so anyway, and also too, I forgot to add the 12, 15s and the advanced ambient projection 17s, which is have front and rear technology that basically you can code something, punch an image right there if you want to do a rear projection, or basically if you want to use a front projection and so forth. Okay, so let's talk about the exotics. So the exotics, hold on for a minute to grab something. I forgot to grab a few minutes ago. The exotic screen paints are, like I said, not for everyone, okay? So these paints have very interesting colors to them. We have one that's a plum brown. We have one that's red, a burgundy red, more burgundy red. We have one that's army green. There's another one that's blue. Actually, the 17 would be one, which out of that group, but we're going to keep the 17 in the category where it's at, under the 17 blue. Unless we decide to just change it and put it back to an exotic screen, which I think we should do. I think I should make it part of the exotic lineup again. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to take the blue out of the 17 and make it a 15. Yeah, I am. Because it has a weird exotic color. We're just going to category these. All right, so anyway, my shopping cart's going to come up as out of stock because we have to redo that one now. All right, so as I said before, that these are screens that have really strange colors to them. And like I said, they're not for everybody. Like I said, certain people like these colors. Some people, this is not the kind of thing that you're into. Don't buy it. We have other things on the website you can buy. We have the black silver, that's a gray screen paint. We have the 12s, we have the gold 9s. But when it comes to these screens are for people that want to do things a little differently. So this right here is the, we don't have a name for the screen yet. We do have a name for a category. We just don't have a name for it yet. This is the green projection screen that was painted yesterday. I'm using my ultra short throw projector right there for the demonstration. And we'll see if the screen paint is ultra short throw compatible. So it'll have to do the compatibility test with ultra short throw. It's going to have to do the demonstration against the ViewSonic short throw, ultra short throw. And then we have to do the low lumens, which is the 1500 lumen projector, 1000 lumen projector, the distance throw at 20 feet back on 1000 lumens. And then it has to do a few certified screens. And then after that, we wheel it outside and it does the 13 feet back at 1000 lumens. Yeah, all right, so let's get this one started on the ultra short throw. Okay, let's begin. This is on my this is $130 ultra short throw 720p projector. As I said before, when it comes to when we do demonstrations on our technology, we don't go after the most expensive projector. Like I said, it's hard for our customers to relate to us if we're using expensive equipment, because then they feel they have to have that same kind of equipment to be able to achieve that picture quality. Now, like I said, if I can come out here, show you our screens on a projector of $130, and you can get that kind of image in a fully lit environment, it just lets you know that you don't have to spend a lot of money for a projector to begin with. And times are tight, you can get a projector ultra short though for $130 to $180. That's a very good deal. So as you can see, it is ultra short throw compatible. We'll pick up with no problem. The reason why I do this is because some screens, if they're not ultra short though compatible, what happens is they become dark. I've showed you that before. It's called the narrow viewing cone effect. So anywhere I sit, that screen is supposed to pull up. Now it's interesting, I was in an art community forum site a few days ago showing off the color screens, and that's where I started getting the demand for them. And as you can see, the color doesn't suffer, contrast doesn't suffer because the screen is green. It's able to produce beautiful colors because it has that color coding technology in it. The color coding technology, we have the option to be able to choose exactly what parts of the colors that we can heighten. With the white levels a little higher, that's why the luminance have such high white levels. Now we just have to wait. Now the unicorn screen paint, that's going to happen. Well, that's definitely going to happen. I got a whole bunch of people hitting me up about that when I'm going to make a unicorn screen paint. That's just crazy. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're definitely going to do it. Okay, we'll run these tests on this. I think since I'm going to be doing a little luminance, let me go grab my other projectors real quick too. This will be 1,000 lumens. Moving demonstrations. And I'm going to need measuring tape, distance. Tape files. And that is. Measuring too. In fact, now let's start getting ready to figure out exactly where the land. So we've got at around, we got to be at 13 feet for the low lumen test. Has to be at 13. Let's get 13. Let's get 13. What's this stand at? So I'm just getting ready for tests. That are going to have to be done today. Driver's going to be up early to pick up all the orders. That's going to be done. And that'll give me enough time once the driver gets that done. Next orders go out on next Friday. That gives me a chance to knock these tests out. I'm knocking all these tests out in one day. I'm not going to do 2 or 3 days. I'm going to knock them all out in one day. It should pass it with no problem. So the thing about the exotics is the exotics product, in order for a product to become one of the exotics or anything we make, number one, it's going to have some freaky looking color to it. Number two, it's got to be made in 20 minutes. And it's got to pass all tests either between that day, the next day, or on the same day. So that's the record I'm giving to the exotics. Now, one of them, like I said, 3 paints are made 20 minutes apart from each other. I could pretty much knock out the exotic, make a product lineup for the exotic. Probably in 60 minutes, I could have 3 of them. We already have 3 of them. We're done on these. We already have enough of them. Well, actually, we have the unicorn. Unicorn, I definitely want to do. I have actually a few people, about 30, have already requested for if I could do a unicorn kind of screen paint. And I already got the idea for it. God already gave me the idea for it. But that's the rule behind the exotics. They have to be made within 20 minutes. So if anybody wants to challenge that technology by trying to make it, it's got to do it in 20 minutes. And keep in mind, within the 20-minute timeline of that product being made and painted onto a surface, when that screen dries, you have to do a 3-screen certified right from the door, live. All tests have to be done live within less than 5 minutes from each other, which means the minute that video uploads, you got to bring the next one on. They got to be back to back to back to back to back. That's a hard path to follow. Now, since I already have this already in my head, it doesn't work with people ask me different colors. It doesn't work with every color. Some colors it'll work with, some it won't. It's the coating that we're dropping into it. But making the base is another story. The reason why and just to give you an idea, when you look at the green screen, people think, oh, he's just using everyday. No. It's a combination of colors that produces that particular green. So instead of you going to the store and being to purchase that particular green, we design different colors mixed together to make our own custom version of green. Still, even though on that level, you're still going to have to get a screen that's green to be to produce a bone white level without one trace of green tint in it. And you'll have to do that in 20 minutes. No pre-recorded videos. Every video has to be done live. Every last one. All right. So let's see. We're going to be doing this one right here is just to see if it's compatible. It's compatible. If the other 15s will basically be able to pull up, they're compatible. These is going to be compatible too. It's going to react the same way. But anyway, I have to get the. What are we going to do today? See, we're going to do the plum. I might do the plum brown. Plum brown. And I got the unicorn to do. The unicorn. You gonna name the screen paint unicorn? Yeah, I am. I'm literally gonna name the unicorn. The unicorn has to be a beast because they got for the name it has. I'm gonna design that thing to be a monster. I mean, literally a monster. Like I said, for sure. Oh, there you go. There's the ultra short right there. You can see it's an ultra short there running off of it. Well, so far so good. Everything's running off of it. I like it. So it is ultra short though compatible, so we all know that. So let's see. Let's start running these tests. Knock this thing out, get it done, and then God will bless me with the name of what we're going to call it. Like I said, that is basically the title of them, which will be called the Supreme Exotic AR-15s, or Ambient Rejection 15, but they'll all have a strange name next to them. could be the 15 dark hazel. It could be the 15 so and so and so. You know, the cotton candy. Who knows? It's weird color. Weird names for it. I want something different. And the beautiful thing about this is, like I said, with our technology, I spent a lot of money for a projector. $130 projector, that's it. $720p. That's why people can't relate to big companies, because big companies use the most expensive projectors they can get their hands on. You look at the screen, you look at how expensive the projector is, you got to start thinking which one is doing all the work. Is it the screen or is it the projector? They're using a 10,000 lumen 8K laser projector. Is that going to look the same when you get home and put it on your 1080p projector? Are you going to get the same results? No, you're not. Projector does all the work. Screen doesn't do it. They use such a high-powered projector because the projector makes up for what the screen is going to be lacking. That's why they use such high-end projectors. You should be able to get outstanding results with cheap 720p projectors. Now, if I can get this from a cheap 720p projector that cost me 130 bucks, what do you think you're going to get from a 4K? Customers can come in and can relate to my videos and say, oh, well, 130 bucks. Heck, projector in here in the next room. That projector cost me $59. $59. Anybody can relate to that. Same projector in here. Matter of fact, the projectors were so cheap, I bought 4 of them. I'll buy me a couple more for outside. It's a 3600 lumen projector. Not a bad deal. If you're curious on getting that projector, I'm not going to do the test for this demonstration. The test will be in the next video. I'll put a link at the bottom where you can go on that. If the guy still has them, and you can buy the same projector I'm using in the demonstration. Shipping is free, by the way. That's what I told you. You're an eBay merchant and you're selling good product, I'll put your link everywhere. You'll sell out in no time at all. I'll post you on my Facebook page, Twitter page, Instagram page. Yeah, you'll sell out in no time at all. And I'll basically use your product with my product and show that your product does work. I'll advertise you everywhere. You'll be sold out in no time at all. Let's see if we get the same white levels. Get from using the ultra short throw. I like that screen paint, the black silver. The black silver is like $87. $87 to paint a screen size of 100 inch to 120 inch. And that includes free shipping. And I can use that on my, $130 projector. Show you where to get a screen at. It will cost you nothing. As a matter of fact, I already did that. I posted a link on basically how you can build yourself a nice theater system for under $600. And that is including the Fire Stick and the lights. So you will get the screen, you will get the projector, the screen paint, you will get the Fire Stick, boom, 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 and you will get the lights for under $600. Now to have your own gaming PC set up using our technology, well, I can't take the credit for the PC. There was a fellow who actually came on and showed how to take an office computer and turn it into a gaming computer, and it works fantastic, man. I sit here and spend all this money. And at that, all this is being done in a fully lit environment. See how much light we have in here? Hey! I think just about every customer who calls me, and the first thing I ask them is for, not all of them, but some will ask me, I ask them, do you have a projector? And they'd be like, not yet. I'm like, what's your budget? And some will say 1,500, some will say $3,000, some will say $800, some will say $5. You know what I mean? I can direct them where to get a nice projector, not even going to spend a lot of money, and still get a beautiful image. Because when the screen does all the work, you really don't have to worry about having an expensive projector. That's why I can go to eBay, $500, walk out of there with maybe about 6, 7 projectors. No calibrating, no worrying about the lights affecting the color. Not to worry about the projector has high contrast capability. Just use an old, outdated 720p projector. That's the whole point. And you want to go 1080p? You go 1080p. Want to go 4K? You go 4K. It's up to you. But you have an option. You're not being told that in order for you to use this particular piece of technology, you have to use to optimize your viewing experience. You have to use this particular projector. Call one of those big companies and say, hey, look, I got a 720p projector. Can I use my screen with the projector? They'll laugh at you. No. If you want the best picture quality, I would suggest minimum 1080p, but you should go 4K. And they're going to give you the most expensive projector. That's what they're going to do. Like I said, the projection screen companies, they all work hand in hand, and they do. You show off your technology with mine, I show mine off with yours. They all work hand in hand. They advertise their stuff, you advertise my stuff. Yep. So if their screens are so good, why aren't they using projectors like this? If I'm going to spend $5,000 for a projection screen, shouldn't I be able to use it with a 720p if I choose? Well, see, that's the sad thing about it. If you're going to spend $5,000 for a projection screen, then you're basically telling your customers that they're going to have to spend $2,000 to $3,000. So if you look at my screen looks quite incredible for a 720p, $130 projector. And keep in mind, my screen's green, producing an image in a fully lit environment. But if you feel that your setup that you have with your full 1080p projector can do the same thing my screen can do, then you can post it at the bottom of the link. Well, you can post at the bottom of the link. If you're saying that, look, you can do the same thing I'm doing with your expensive projector, post it at the bottom. That's all you got to do. Don't talk it, do it. I put you in a timeout. So you're not banned, you're just in a timeout. Because I expect to see that link down the bottom. I expect for you to see perform every demonstration I'm about to do with this green screen in the same day. And produce the exact same image. Heck, you couldn't even begin to understand what this technology is. And that technology alone, and it's true, would put everything that you could possibly think of to shame. That's a luminous black. That's one of the darkest screens that we've ever developed, and light can push right through it. But you still have to deal with the green screen. The Exoticas. And keep in mind, we got the Exoticas in plum, we got them in caramel, we have them in what we have as far as green, we have them in the dark hazel, we have the burgundy red, Pretty soon we're going to have this ultra unicorn paint. So you're missing the whole theory here. You're talking about, oh, well, it's not the old age. But bottom line is people still buy 720p projectors. Companies make you believe that you have to have these particular projectors to pull contrast levels. I've seen projectors with, what, 1,000,000 to 1 contrast levels, and they still can't produce a starfield demonstration on a gray screen. We can do it. I can produce a starfield demonstration on a gray screen. On a 720p projector. 1,000 lumens, 600 by 800 res. How you doing? 600 by 800 res. And I can do it at 13 feet back outside. So any one of you have, let's see. Any one of you have expensive projectors? Keep in mind, I got a kitchen drawer full of certified screens. And if you feel that you could do the same thing, as important to different colors, compatibility, all that, you do the same thing I'm doing, post it at the bottom. That's all I ask. We never get that. Have you seen my demonstrations? Keep in mind, this screen paint was made in 20 minutes. 20 minutes it took to make the product. Within 20 minutes, the screen passed from the first door. All of them that are made in 20 minutes have to pass a 3-screen certified from the door of being made. The purple technology we developed not only was made in 20 minutes, not only passed the 3 screens, but it passed every single test on the same day it was designed. The green paint you're seeing right here also came with a caramel and a plum that were made 20 minutes, each one at 10 minutes apart from each one. All 3 passed the 3-screen certified right from the door. And all of them were done live. So like I said, if you feel that you could do the same thing as this technology, put the link below. Make yourself a green screen, 20 minutes, have it pass, color combinations, produce bone white levels, do it on a low grade projector, and be able to pass a 3-screen certified. That's all you got to do. Easy. I could give you a day and you couldn't come up with a green screen. You can make a green screen, pass any of the tests. George. I'll give you a day, George. A day to make a green screen produce a bone white level. Still got to pass all the tests on the same day. Now I like to do something special at the end, you know that, right? Let's 4K fish, YouTube. The thing about it, y'all, the naysayers always got so much to say, but y'all never back it up. That's the thing, y'all never back it up. Y'all never ever back it up. I block you because if you can't come on here with any form of common sense, then you got to go. Now, you see this right here? This right here, for you naysayers, so you can understand what true technology looks like, is a luminous black. That's that ultra black screen that we developed, one of the darkest screens that produces white light. Not only can it produce white light, but white light can actually pass through the surface that you can't even see. So you can see the screen there. See that little cut hole right there? See how you can see the screen here? But see how you can't see through it here? Look how close I put it up. You still can't see through that screen, can you? See how interesting this is. Isn't that remarkable? You don't have the technology and knowledge to understand how this even works. See, I keep explaining to you that my technology comes from God. Because my technology comes from God, I have the ability to design things on levels that you don't even understand. Keep in mind, this is the stuff that I'm allowing you to see. The stuff that I'm working on behind closed doors that you know nothing about is way beyond this stuff right here. You can't even see through it. But I can punch an image right through it. See that technology we're developing that has the 21s? They have a lot of interesting technology embedded in those screens. Our own form of fixed frame screens that we're working on have some very interesting tech design to them. You can't see through it. See that? Look at that. Can't see it through it at all, can you? You see that? There you go. See how the white levels are here? See how they're right there? Let me explain something to you. First things first, I have an ambient light rejection gain that I am developing for our own company, our own form of gain, not that 1.1 and 2.2 and all that other nonsense. No, we have videos, 4 or 5 videos of a gain that we're working on that took a direct hit from the sun. Now, if you're going to make a very powerful gain, doing demonstrations, testing out your gain in this kind of environment is easy. This is easy to do. I have more light right now I'm doing in my demonstration than you have in your environment right now. Because most of the demonstrations I see on Ultra Short, though, your environments are dark. Very, very dark. As a matter of fact, I got a screen on top of the ceiling, and I can actually watch movies off my ceiling while the lights are on. But anyway, usually most of the demonstrations I see when it comes to people showing off their ambient light projection technology, usually those are dark environments, what you call ambient light controlled environments, which means they control how much light actually fires off in the room. And majority of most of that light stays away from the screen, and it gives it the illusion that the room is well lit when it isn't. All right. Now, these are big companies and hobbyists that are doing these demonstrations. When I do my demonstrations, like I said, my everyday demonstrations that I do with how much light I have in my environment is a challenge to you. But we don't test our screens inside. Our screens are tested outside. Now, consider the fact that this is the technology we have now are tested outside. But the gain that we're building, the engineered gain that we're designing, which we dubbed the sun killer, at 1% took a direct hit from the sun. Not only did it take a direct hit from the sun, well, the video's right there. You can say blah, 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 but the video's right there. As a matter of fact, if you want to see it, I'll post it below and you can watch it for yourself. But it took a direct hit from the sun. There is no gain on the face of this planet, no screen on the face of this planet that can take a direct hit from sunlight and still produce a crystal image that you can see from 8 feet away. So, like I said, past some of those challenges we have, and maybe I'll take it seriously. But right now, I don't take it seriously. And I'm doing this entire demonstration, mind you, on a screen that's green. That's not weird enough already as it is. And you can't even figure how that one's even designed. Just showed you a black screen that you can't even see through, but can produce images that can push right through it. This is what I see from the naysayers. Notice how nothing's coming out? Stop doing this and post the link below. Back it up. Complete any one of my challenges. I got a demonstration I did. Each screen and that timeline, 20 minutes apart from each other. All done. With the strangest colors you ever seen on a screen paint, producing bone white levels. Do the same thing. If it's so easy, as a matter of fact, I'll give you a day. And then the day that you develop it, pass all the tests live. At least do the sun killer demonstration. I mean, heck, I got a demonstration from 2019 called the Ultimate Challenge. You can look it up on Google. Pass that one. Oh, I thought not. All right, guys, with that being said, I got to come in. I got to knock out all the tests for this, get this thing knocked out of the way because all the tests are going to be done by the day. Naysayers, take the time to come in and watch. I show you how demonstrations are supposed to be done, how you're supposed to do tests on screens, not that do it in the dark, colorful pictures, high-powered projectors. You're supposed to test it on everything. Come in and watch, and I'll show you how it's done. All right? I think the reason I like it because I put the bar too high. The bar is just too high. Hold on for a minute. Yeah, bar's too high for you. All right, I got to go. God bless. Please.